I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are
Mr.
not
President,
strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about what could be my absolute favorite moment from the entire Trump presidency, and that includes 2016 until 2020. Now, the president of Ukraine, who I do not like, we'll talk about that in a minute, Zelensky, he is in the Oval Office speaking to President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance. Now, this conversation got really heated because they were confronting him with reality. Like, look, you got to sign this deal. You got to engage in diplomacy or else you're going to have problems. OK, I like this a lot. I like how they stood up to this man rather than allowing him to come to the Oval Office wearing sweatpants, a pair of size 5 in kids, boots, talking about, I want $20 million more in my pocket right now. Rather than them letting him do that, they push back. I loved it. Now, before I go any further, let's get into the actual clip. If you want to see the clip in full without my commentary, link as always will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are not
Mr.
strong...
President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I mean, for real, Zelensky, you're not really in the position to try and talk like that. Okay, you need to accept what is being told to you.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You
God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this.
I'm not
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war,
you're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. But right now, you don't. Yeah, you're playing cards.
Mr. President.
You're playing cards.
Zelensky, you need to just shut your mouth, really, because what Trump is telling you is correct. You're not in a position to say anything. You're not in a position to do anything, say anything. You are at the mercy of the United States, for real. So just be quiet and listen to the president and the vice president speak. You could just actually go back to Ukraine, to be totally honest.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
A lot of times.
No, in this
even
entire
today,
meeting, you said thank you.
Even today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war,
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning.
I know.
You're not winning this.
And you're not going to win. That war really is unwinnable. The war, in my humble opinion, and again, I'm sorry for interruption, but if you want to see it in the full, y'all know where it's at. The war, in my humble opinion, and I think it's pretty obvious, it's a proxy war against the Russian Federation. Ukraine is being used as the battleground for this proxy war. Part of the reason why I voted for Trump all 3 times is because he's against all the foreign wars. So I like what's happening right now to confront this person, to try and get things resolved on diplomatic level, rather than continuing to spend billions of dollars in this proxy war, which does nothing but take the lives of Ukrainians and Russians.
You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
you
and not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak-
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks.
Now, don't act like what Trump is saying is not correct because Putin said the same thing. What he's saying is correct. We have given you billions upon billions of our taxpayer dollars, and we don't appreciate you coming to our White House wearing sweatpants, talking about let me get 20 billion more, and trying to dictate, oh, you're going to feel this, you're going to feel that. The American people don't appreciate that. You have your country and Ukraine, and you're doing what you think is best for them, allegedly, potentially, perhaps. But we have our own country as well, and we're doing what we think is best for our country. Just because you have wants, needs, desires, that doesn't trump what we, the people of this country, want. And again, it's our money going to help you. Well, not really. It's going to help that proxy war. Maybe it'll help Zelensky. I'm not quite sure about the citizenry of Ukraine. To any Ukrainians, if you live in Ukraine or you are in Ukraine or you're Ukrainian, but you're here in America, let me know your opinion about Zelensky and the war and what's happening here with this exchange.
Of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this, I tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of times thank you to American people.
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on out here. I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to
I agree.
be thankful. You don't have the cards.
Thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running low
I
on
know.
soldiers. Listen,
Please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
it doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what
that
what
wasn't
this
with me.
nation- it
That was
wasn't
with
you.
a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
But this
That
is
was
your,
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me.
But it wasn't President Trump.
That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards.
I am 100% on Trump's side. Hold on, round of applause. I am 100% on Trump's side, 100% on JD Vance's side. Zelensky, I've not liked for a very long time. This face right here, this little outfit, your little logo you got on, all the graft, all of that's coming to an end. This conversation was well overdue. I love it. I love it. Now, again, if you want to see this full thing without my commentary, y'all know where it's at. Links in the box or the bio if you're on IG. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to President Trump and JD Vance for standing up, not only standing up to Zelensky, but standing up for our nation. This is what good, strong leadership looks like. rather than allowing this man to come into our Oval Office, disrespectful, not even wearing the suit, not even having the decency to put on the suit. You want billions of dollars and you want us to defend your nation with our taxpayer money. You can't even put on the suit. From the beginning, when I first started seeing this guy, I didn't like him. Really, I hated him. Zelensky, I hate. I can't stand. And again, I don't care what the foreign war is. Israel, Palestine, Gaza, Taiwan, Ukraine, whatever. I think the United States needs to focus more on the United States and our own issues rather than trying to police the world, rather than external geopolitical things that don't really help us here in the USA. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about that heated back and forth exchange? Did you appreciate it? Did you not appreciate it? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I loved that. We need what Tim McGraw? I like it. I love it. I want more of it. That's what I want. That's what I voted for right there. In 2016, 2020, and 24, that's what I voted for. Real leadership, real strength, real power coming from the White House rather than a puppet just being strung along by globalist interests. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.